Would you look at that? It's Christmas. Well, looks like I'll be stuck here for a little while. Hello everyone, Make Me Mad Gaming here, and from the looks of it, I'm gonna be here for a little while. But to celebrate the season of giving, I am going to give to you a special video which I didn't get a chance to fully complete because there's technical interference. That's right. Today we're going to be looking at the festive and winter and Christmas segments in video games. Personally, I'm not too big of a fan of these because either you have an ice level, which no one likes, or you just have a really badly themed and oddly fitting Christmas section of, like, say, I don't know, Hulk Ultimate Destruction on the GameCube. But since it is Christmas, we'll allow it. Turn the fireplace on, wrap yourself in a nice warm blanket, and get a nice cup of hot chocolate, because we're starting right now. To start things off, let's talk about Team Fortress 2. Aside from the war and anarchy, there comes a time where both teams can take a break and celebrate the holidays. Smissmas! Smissmas is TF2's form of Christmas. Each year, new crates are given out containing new unusuals and cosmetics, along with other stuff such as new war paint, tots, and stockings containing free goodies for each player. New Christmas theme maps are also added to the game to give it a winter flair. There's even an official comic that shows Scout, Soldier, and Spy saving Smissmas by defeating Old Nick, TF2's version of Santa Claus, of course, and unwillingly doing community service. All in all, Smissmas is a really fun time, especially when you get into a group with your friends and mess around on the new maps. In fact, here's footage of us doing that right now.
Father. Oh my god! I'm just so goated. I'm just so goated. Yeah,
Get the fuck away from me.
That wasn't Colin, Josh.
You know, I just died by a headshot.
Get it! Oh,
Get out of it! Get out, Evan! Did you get out? No.
That was terrifying. It's times like Smissmas where you really get to remember what Christmas is all about, you know? It's not about the gifts. Well, it is. But also spending times with friends and family. Up next, we have an ice level. Well, sorta. Shiveria is one of the kingdoms in Super Mario Odyssey. What separates it from other kingdoms is the massive amounts of snow, the bound racing, which we'll get to later, the frozen lake, and the absolutely adorable inhabitants, the Shiverians. Just look at them! You could probably, like, kick them. Don't do that. Don't actually do that. That's evil. If you choose to partake in their bound races, you can nab some extra moons, and you get to give a confidence boost to a racer who is too scared to actually race. Plus, they're actually a really fun and challenging side mission, as there's acceleration and bound physics to the races. On top of all of this, there's still tons of platforming gauntlets, enemies, and secret areas for you to explore, all with their own extra moons, coins, and purple coins. All in all, Shiveria, as well as the Snow Kingdom, is a freezing environment with a huge heart.
Everybody ring good ding, don't you wait, just jump.
As we all know, Christmas time is not complete without some festive music, which is why we've got Elite Beat Agents. Sure, its soundtrack is all licensed, but you've got some good songs. YMCA, September, and the focus of this section, You're the Inspiration. You see, while Commander Khan, leader of the Elite Beat Agents, was scanning the globe, he found out about a distress case. You see, there's this little girl who waited for her father to return home for Christmas after he left to go to work. What she didn't know is that her father died right before Christmas. Her mother tried to move on, but the girl is determined to prove that her father isn't truly gone. Commander Khan sends out the agents to go prove that Christmas miracles do exist by singing to summon the ghost of her father so that he may give his daughter the gift he meant to give her all those years ago, as well as a final goodbye and a Merry Christmas. You know, Christmas music, to me at least, has always been hit or miss. Sometimes I don't want to listen to Mariah Carey. Hey, speaking of music, let's talk about a game with not only some great winter themes, but some great winter stages. Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. This game has got it all. A nice autumn town, an evil seal, a factory that produces frozen fruit, a burning savanna. Yep, totally fits the winter theme. Well, to me the most prevalent theme of winter comes in the final world of the game, the original DK Island. Here, every level is based on a world in Donkey Kong Country Returns, which is a really sick idea. You've got a war on a frozen seashore, completely frozen and dormant factory, a frosty forest with insta-kill snow lakes, don't ask, and my personal favorite, Cliffside Slide. This level is a silhouette level, which are already beautiful, but combined with the utterly enchanting blizzard, make it look so cold and bleak, like it's do or die time. You're either getting up this mountain and fighting Lord Frederick, or you're going to die trying, which sounds really stupid because this is a game about playing as a monkey. Once you start the avalanche, you have to quickly ascend using the crumbling bones of dinosaurs, and you feel like an absolute badass. Any Kong is good at this level, whether it's Dixie, Diddy, or Cranky. I personally enjoy Cranky on this level because it feels so satisfying to climb up this mountain by bouncing on the enemies and projectiles to get extra height. Also, the music. The music not only adds to the do-or-die feeling I mentioned before, but once those low brass instruments kick in, you feel a sense of triumph in an otherwise bleak and hopeless scenario. Good thing I'm not stuck in an avalanche. Let's talk about Snowden. Snowden, the second area of Undertale, is very iconic to the game. It's where you meet funny idiot, fish, and Megalovania. As the name suggests, Snowden is completely filled with snow. Ironically, one of the major locales of Snowden is Grillby's, a bar with an odor made of fire. But that's sort of where the similarities with snow go away, aside from some of the enemies. Either way, it's still a really cozy little snowed-in town. I got the joke! You might be upset that I'm not talking much about Snowden, but I don't care. Oh, that's hot! Oh. Let's talk about Sly Cooper. One of my all-time favorite game series, Sly Cooper sees you playing as Sly, the most recent thief in a long line of thieves. In the second game, Sly 2 Band of Thieves, the Cooper gang tracks down the Claw Gang, who are using the organs of clockwork and all-powerful metallic bird to help their spice operations. Well, one of the people in said gang is Jean Bisson, and his levels are all about Canada. And you know what that means? Snow and winter, baby. Look, I know this is not very festive, but neither is Snowden, so if Snowden counts, this does too. In both chapters, He Who Tames the Iron Horse and Menace from the North, the Cooper gang heads to Canada to stop Jean Bisson, who uses the clockwork talons to cut down forests in minutes, and the clockwork stomach and lungs to endlessly power his spice-carrying trains. The locale of Canada is really well done here. The enemies are ducks and geese and moose. Carmelita is wearing snow gear. You can find active sawmills and native wildlife. You can even interact with the native wildlife. Refrain from interacting with the native wildlife. You get to hijack trains, rig winter sports, test your skills in platforming gauntlets in the sawmills, and you get Jean Bisson, who is just amazing. On top of all of this, you have some cozy log cabins, mountains, a large ice-cold ocean, and the Northern Lights. Actually, in Jean Bisson's second chapter, the Claw Gang uses the clockwork parts to steal the Northern Lights, which is a really goofy but pretty charming idea. All in all, these two chapters nail the snowy and Arctic feel of Canada. Alright, next up, let's talk about Kingdom Hearts. Yes, the game series that mixes Final Fantasy with Disney while introducing a bigger, much more complex story. Plus, you even get to explore Disney worlds. And if you played it, you of course know which world I'm talking about for this video. The one winter and Christmas themed world. Nightmare Before Christmas! Look, there's this big debate about if it's a Christmas or Halloween movie, but zip it! I'm here to talk about the Christmas part. So, in the Nightmare Before Christmas world, Jack Skellington takes the group of
Sora, Donald, Goofy,
to the Christmas world.
Sora, Donald, Goofy,
All get festive outfits, with Donald looking absolutely amazing. Soon, after battling some Heartless, the group finds Santa's grotto
This is 41 shitty Christmas iPad games.
and come face to face with Santa, who sees if they're on his nice list. Alright, I'm not gonna spoil much else here, but Jack, Sora, Donald, and Goofy all save Christmas from an experiment gone rogue, and Sora seals Halloween Town's lock. Look, I don't know much about Kingdom Hearts, so please be nice if I didn't get everything exactly right. Either way, the Christmas part of Halloween Town is a very cozy little grotto. Now let's talk about another Disney game with winter elements. Now, who here remembers Club Penguin? Club Penguin needs no real introduction here. It was a really fun, unique, and cute little online game where you could travel around Club Penguin and visit the lighthouse, the dojo, the plaza, the sports area, the little beach, the mountain, the totally average phone company, and many, many more places. Around these places, you could customize your penguin, play mini games, make friends, customize a home, partake in events, and get cute little puffles. Plus, who could forget the emotes? I have some really great memories of this game, especially with trying to find secret areas and fighting people in the dojo and becoming a secret agent and doing a bunch of missions and fighting robots in the Halloween event and trying to get the rainbow puffle, and yeah, I think you get the picture. Club Penguin was one hell of a time that left a very special spot in my heart. It's a real shame that Club Penguin had to end, but what can you really do? Now, what would a list from me be if I didn't shoehorn in some horror game? Frosty Nights was the next game made by the Boogeyman dev, in case any of you remember that game. Anyways, you play as a little kid who's being hunted by multiple living snowmen. It's your job to defend yourself by using a hairdryer to melt snowmen, as well as blocking their entryways and setting up alarms that alert you to the enemy's presence. On top of that, you have multiple snowmen with different behaviors and their own ways of attacking you. One is small and thus can fit into the vents, and another has a very long period where you can see him, but a very short period to counter him. It's little things like this that make it a very unique entry in the snowman horror game genre. Plus, there's quite a bit of extra levels, such as a Nightmare Day. Wait, did I forget to mention the lore you can find during the first night via the use of these little tape recorders? They tell the story of how the snowmen came to be, how Mother Nature made them evil, and they tell the story of a boy who was abducted by these snowmen. These tapes end with a little message from the snowmen saying that they're going to kill you. So they're gonna try and kill me, huh? Okay. Good luck with that. And to cap all of this off, let's talk about No Straight Roads. It was, after all, my favorite game of 2020, so I bet you can imagine how excited I was when they announced a Christmas DLC. To start, all characters have been given a complete Christmas overhaul. Zook is dressed as an elf, and Mayday is dressed as a mix of a wreath and a candy cane. Next up, DJ Subatomic Supernova is dressed as Santa, which fits considering he thinks he's the center of the universe. Sayu's lower half is a bell, and in her second form, her upper half is the bell. Plus her hair is really adorable. Yunu is dressed as an angel and her mother is dressed as a Christmas tree. Ten are dressed as Santa's reindeer. Neon J is dressed as Santa. Eve is dressed as a candle or possibly a menorah, which is really cool, getting some nice Hanukkah representation here. Lastly, Tatiana is dressed as an ice queen. All in all, these reskins are really fitting for their characters. But that isn't where this DLC ends. No. We still have completely original Christmas remixes for each of the bosses, plus an entire reskin for their levels too. A ton of work was put into this DLC, and it's incredible! Now, let's get into the songs. First is DJ Subatomic Supernova, having a much more upbeat sounding theme. Sayu's theme has more bells and some added in la 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 las. Yinu's track is still very orchestral, with some holiday flair. content has some more festive noises, such as jingle bells and Eve, with a much more crystal-like and ice-like festive version of her original theme. Finally, there's Tatiana, who has much more jingle and crystal noises into her song. All in all, this has got to be one of my favorite Christmas overlays to a game. Storm's still going pretty bad, but at least I got to give you this holiday special. Plus, I think I have a couple friends who have something to say.
Hey Disney Dudettes, and welcome back to not CJ Fresh, but to the Make Me Mad Gaming YouTube channel. Anyways, Evan wanted me to say Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. I hope you have a Merry Christmas, Al Pachinko.
Merry Christmas to all of the viewers at Make Me Mad Gaming. Yeah, Cola X Fortnite. Okay, so this guy, Make Me Mad Gaming, has interrupted my nightly activities to make me tell you guys Merry Christmas. Alright, you guys have a nice winter. I gotta get back to my nightly activities.
Everybody's about the bird.
Good evening, good morning, and good night. Merry Christmas.
Hey everyone, just wanted to wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year real quick. Anyways, I'm gonna go back to playing Mario Party 8 with, my dog! Yeah, definitely my dog.
And lastly, I too wish you all
I'm Tay On behalf of Evan, I just wanted to stop here to say Happy Holidays. Should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind? Should old acquaintance be forgot and days of old lang syne? Keep on keeping on. May the wind stay at your backs. Know that you're all appreciated. That Evan is always there rooting for you, believing in you. And have some very, very happy holidays from Evan. Congratulations, everyone. And good luck.